tell us a little bit about yourself. Who's Bilal and what's he up
So
to?
I'm Bilal Chbib. I was born and raised here in Germany, and I'm also a father of three kids. And so maybe to go to the story of Muslim Pal, so I was looking for an app to help them memorize the Quran more easily. I was looking in the app stores, and I found a lot of apps that allow you to read the Quran, listen to the Quran, but nothing really that stood out as an app that helps you memorize the Quran efficiently. I had some ideas on my mind, but I couldn't find anything. So, as someone with the background as a software and video games developer, I thought I'll do it myself. And that's how the story started, basically.
Oh, wow, that's really amazing. So then from there, how did you begin the journey? Because it can't have been an overnight or a simple procedure, or process, sorry. It's something that could take a bit of time to, sort of trial and testing it and things like that.
Definitely, definitely. In the beginning, it was more like a side project, something next to my other profession. And initially, the idea and the intention was really to create something for me and my kids. I wanted to give them this tool to use it. But then I thought, okay, maybe there are other parents out there who are looking for something similar. So I launched it in the App Store. The App Store back then was a bit younger and not so crowded like now. So Alhamdulillah, it became an instant success. My intuition was correct. There were many parents and Muslims out there who were looking for an app to help them with memorization.
So it's specifically aimed just for young people, or anybody can have
No, it's
access?
for adults and kids.
Adults
It
and
just
kids.
makes it much simpler, and I focused a lot on making it super intuitive. So that's why it's really it's easy to use for kids as well.
Yeah. So
My
you.
kids back then were like 3 years old, 3 to 8 years old. That's why I wanted it to be self-explanatory. I give them the iPad or the iPhone and they can use it themselves independently.
So you started in 2010,
Yeah.
and how is it doing today? We're like, what,
So
20,
alhamdulillah, now
15 years later?
we had millions of downloads, like hundreds of thousands of active users now who are using the app on alhamdulillah on a daily basis.
Alhamdulillah.
And I'm super happy. I mean, what could be better than combining your profession with your faith and creating a tool that others are using to memorize the Quran? I mean, it really warms my heart.
It is. That's amazing. And then does that mean that, how often are you upgrading it? Is that something that you say, or is it how often are you just making sure that the app itself is doing its function? And
Yeah.
I guess like you said, because now there's so many apps out there, how do you make sure that you're on top of your game, basically?
So it has become a lot more challenging now that we have so many different devices out there, and the App Store is, I mean, you have to keep in mind that you're building something for different platforms, different languages, for the whole world. So it becomes much more challenging, and we try to release an update on a regular basis and focus on keeping the app really maintained properly. And adding features every once in a while that users are happy with. So maybe I can talk a bit about the features themselves. So
Yes.
most importantly, you can track your learning progress. That was very important for me. You can listen to verses repeatedly. So the app gives you time to recite after the shaykh. And to track your progress, your learning progress. So you see in an overview how many verses have you memorized, how many are still left to memorize. You can add multiple user profiles for the whole family, so each family member can track their progress separately. You have some other unique features that allow you, for example, to regulate the regulation speed. So you want the recitation of the sheikh to be a bit slower, so that you can conveniently repeat after the sheikh, and a bunch of other unique features specifically really for memorizing the Quran.
That's really good that you said that, because I was thinking this earlier actually. I'd like to listen to the Quran where the Sheikh is slowing down, and I'm able to slow the recitation down so I can also start memorizing it. So that's actually really fantastic. I'd not come
Yeah.
across this. It's a dua answered for me, personally speaking. So
Alhamdulillah.
are you,
But
so,
as you see, I mean, the app grew out of my personal motivation because these are needs that I had myself and my kids had themselves. So that the updates and the content update that we added are really coming from a need that we had ourselves. And I think this is what makes the product also successful, because others have the same problem like us.
so is that what you're reading the feedback that you're getting, and
That
then
too,
you're
yes,
actioning,
definitely. And there
and
are
you're
some.
actioning it straight away.
Yeah, exactly. There are many great ideas that come from user feedback that we try our best to implement with the next content updates that we do. For
Well, brother,
example, we added also the same way you memorize verses from the Quran, you can memorize important du'as. For example, du'a when you wake up, du'a when you go on travel, du'a when you listen to the adhan and stuff.
oh, that's
We
amazing.
break it down into phrases and um, uh, yeah,
So
and
then,
then
yeah,
you memorize it easily. It's the same way you memorize the Quran, basically, right?
absolutely,
The
yeah,
same
absolutely.
the same thing we added also for the 99 names of Allah. So you want to understand the meaning and to um, to memorize them efficiently.
That's so you've really brought like a holistic approach, I guess, into this app, which is amazing. Unfortunately, we have run out of time, but very quickly, where can people download? And what's the name of your app again? And where can they download it?
Muslim Pal. So Pal, like your daily companion, actually. You can go to the App Store or to the Android Play Store and just type in the name and you will find it, I think.
Amazing. Gosh, yeah, already seeing the reviews right there. But Jazakallah khair, thank you so much, Brother Bilal, and
Wayakum.
all
Thank you very much
success
for
for you and
having
your
me.
family. Have a lovely Ramadan.
Thank you. You too.